What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point. Sports entertainment. I want you to hit that like button. Make sure you sub to the channel if you are not a member. And also hit the notifications to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. I do want to give a salute to the whole entire Lions Den basketball as well as boxing community. And salute to all of the people that are rocking with me. Uh, we're not talking about hoops and we're not talking about boxing. What we are talking about, we're talking about the gridiron. Now, I know we just finished up uh, the NFL season and everything, but it is still in the news because now we're moving into the off season, getting ready for the draft, and there's some big names that are floating out there that could potentially be on some teams, on different teams come this summer. But before I get to that, man, I need to talk about what Dak Prescott had to say today. Now, if you don't know, Dak Prescott, of course, he was giving his thoughts on the Eagles and how they were close to beating the Eagles and they played them tough and all of that stuff. And was saying that pretty much you know they were a better team. The Cowboys were a better team than the Eagles and everything. And Marcus Spears, aka Swagu, absolutely cooked Dak Prescott. And basically, he was just saying that he needed to keep his mouth shut. Um, your whole focus is to come back better next season. You're not making the situation any better by you going out there talking and you saying that you were better than the Eagles, in which we know that the Eagles are rival because of course Swagu is he's a cowboy. He's a cowboy for life. You say hi. Oh, okay. Hello, hello from Brazil. Shout out to Brazil. Shout out to everybody in Brazil. Salute to you. Salute to everybody in Central and South America too as well. But as I was saying though, um, Marcus Spears pretty much told Dak Prescott, "Look, you need to keep your mouth shut." I think Stephen A. Smith also said to Cat, "Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Brazil out there. I see you in here. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you." Please, I speak English. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. We're talking football right now, though. But what I was saying, though, is that Marcus Spears and Stephen A. Smith have both said that Dak Prescott needed to go ahead and just chill out with the talking because, you know, the Cowboys over the last, couple of years, they've been anything but successful. Now, if you wanna say okay during the regular season, they made a lot of hoopla and everything, but then when it came to the playoffs, they just failed to meet their expectations. Um, I agree with both. I agree with Marcus Spears. I agree with Swagu, and I also agree with Stephen A. Smith. Now, here's where I'm approaching it from. Dak Prescott, man. I ride for Dak. I ride for Dak, man. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of cases, I even took a hit when everybody was telling me I was capping, I was crazy for Dak signing that 60 million dollar contract, highest ever to be paid in history, and then it made me look bad because guess what? He ends up getting hurt. Now we know that injuries are part of the game. The majority of them are without a player's control. But at the same time, uh, even still, there comes the question of why would you even say anything in this instance? Usually, Dak Prescott doesn't exemplify that type of character or anything like that. You say I got to defense my friend Dak. You mean defend? What's up with it, Steven? Well, what do you got to say? Just look, man. Plain and simple, Dak Prescott needs to just be quiet in this instance. Y'all haven't won anything. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles won. They are the ones they're the ones that won that hoisted the Lombardi. You didn't. What you need to do, really, you shouldn't even really be saying anything to the media right now. What you need to do is you need to be getting prepared for next season because we don't even know what's about to take place next season. We don't even know if the Cowboys are going to be the same. You said we need pieces to our team to be a Super Bowl team. Well, you need more than that. You need Jerry Jones to be out of there. That's what you really need. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in the building. In order for you to be successful, because I know that the Cowboys are aiming at Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is from Dallas. Okay, you said Stephen A. What he does need to shut up. I mean, listen, and I like Dak. Y'all know I like Dak. You know I fucks with Dak, Alex. But in this instance, and like I said, I don't agree with Stephen A. Smith a lot, but man, Stephen A. Smith is for real, and he already has a lot of vitriol towards the Cowboys, anyways. But I agree with them. Why are you talking right now? Now it makes you feel like, okay, well, damn, you do all this talking, you do all this talking. Now Jalen Hurts got one up on you. Jalen Hurts done been to the Super Bowl. The last, he done been to two Super Bowls. Now they talking about Jalen Hurts. Now the eyes are gonna be and the pressure's gonna be on you. I know Steven, you a Cowboys fan. The pressure's gonna be on him to win. You said Dak is preparing for next season right now. He's laying low. He's not laying low. How are you laying low and you talking to the media? That's what we're talking about. What he needs to do is lay low and be that Dak Prescott that you were coming in having the best rookie season ever. That's what you need to do. And I'm not going to put it all on Dak because, look, man, Dak had the same situation that C.J. Stroud was dealing with, a messed up offensive line that couldn't stay healthy, and then also had another situation going on with CeeDee Lamb that can't run routes. Then you got the defense that can't stay healthy, whether it's Parsons, them overloading him, or whether it's Diggs that can't stay healthy. And then of course y'all don't even have they didn't even have no running game. You understand? What's up with it, Daniel? I see you in the building, man. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. But he was wrong, and um I agree with Swagu. If you're not hoisting the trophy, why say anything? Saquon then came over there. He kept his mouth shut. He did what was necessary to do. He grounded and pounded, and look what happened. Look what the results were. You know what I'm saying? When y'all had and listen, this isn't Dak's fault right here, but I'm gonna say this though, Steven. I'm gonna say this though, Alex. You had a chance to get Saquon. You had a chance to get King Henry. You had a chance to get Derrick Henry. You had a chance to get Jones. You had a chance to make all those moves in the offseason, and guess what? None of that happened. Now, is that Dak's fault? No, that's not Dak's fault. But what is Dak's fault is some of his lackluster performances. You know what I'm saying? Uh, CeeDee Lamb not running the routes correctly. You know what I'm saying? You sign a Zeke who clearly is not the same. You said Cowboys, my family. I can't let uh, down talk down talk that he will be a better QB. We just need a running back. Listen, man, that's not down talking Dak, man. That listen, we're being real. what NFC championship had the Cowboys been? When's the last time y'all been to an NFC championship? Meanwhile, Washington Commanders got there with a rookie quarterback. The guys who you said that wasn't gonna go nowhere. The guys who you were saying, oh, the Commanders, oh, you capping about the Commanders and all this other stuff. Everybody thought that me and the brother Cypress was capping about the Washington Commanders the whole entire year. Guess what? He went to the NFC Championship. Did Dak go there? No. Did the Cowboys go there? No. Okay, but he's the one that got the money. He the one that got the historic money. Then on top of that, you talking about they need a running back. They had a chance to get a running back, but Jerry Jones with that whole control bullshit. No, we'll just go ahead. We'll get Zeke. No, you should have went ahead. You should have got Saquon. You should have got Aaron Jones. You should have got some of those running backs that was hot out there on the market. You got Derrick Henry that live here. You said money is tight. We can't afford Barkley, so we have to. What do you mean? You could have afford Barkley. What are you talking about? You had got several people off your books. On top of that, Vander Ish retired. You know what I'm saying? Now you gave that money to Dak. You know what I'm saying? Then you gave the money to CeeDee Lamb. You know, but I mean they gave what's it called? What's it called? Philly gave Saquon the bag. And it was well worth it, and he lived up to it, right? They gave Dak Prescott the bag, and guess what? He ends up getting hurt. You have got to, man, listen, I know what you mean about Dak. Matter of fact, you said I was capping him. You was one of the ones saying that I was capping about Dak. Everybody saying, oh, yeah, we got to get rid of Dak. You and I think Ted and a couple other people, you know, Brown Sugar, all of y'all was sitting up there saying, y'all was ready for Dak to go and all this other stuff, right? Now y'all want to change up. Nah, keep that same energy. I still want Dak to remain. But now the pressure is on him. We want to talk about all this pressure that Lamar Jackson got, all this pressure that Josh Allen got, all this pressure that Joe Burrow and all these different quarterbacks got. Well, shit, now the pressure is on Dak because Dak has been there a while. You said we paid CeeDee Lamb and that. You know, I know you did. But you had a chance to get a hold of three of those backs in the off season because the running back wasn't going to get as much as the quarterback. You know, but you still could have gave him a bag. You know, they act like, you know, the Cowboys, they didn't have, you know, that type of money. I know CeeDee Lamb wanted his money, but CeeDee Lamb, let's just call it what it is. He hadn't really been playing up to level one potential. Now he got Michael Irvin's record, you know what I'm saying? I think he led the league in targets. I think he was like second in catches or something like that. But even with that, you know, you're still messing up on running routes, and on top of that, you're showing that you're not durable. You ended up hurting your shoulder. You understand what I'm saying, Stephen? So I'm not going to sit up here and have all these excuses for Dak and, you know, feel all sorry and all this other stuff. No, and especially when you come out talking to the media, the thing that you need to do right now is to just keep your mouth closed and come out blazing. Now, I don't know how you're going to adapt because now you got to adapt to a whole nother culture, so to speak, a whole nother coaching philosophy, I should say, when we talk about Schottenheimer. Now you got to deal with that. Now we're going to see how that's going to work. What's going to be his philosophy and everything. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Stephen, you got to realize Washington, they done been there. They trying to get back. They trying to get back there. You know what I'm saying? They are trying to get back there. They're trying to get to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if they get Myles Garrett. I'm saying this right now. Don't be surprised if they get Myles Garrett. Don't be surprised if the Lions get Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? I won't be surprised if y'all get him or anything. But you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what can happen. Don't forget, Khalil Mack is out there. You know what I'm saying? These teams are trying to get better, and the last thing that they thinking about is the Cowboys. Really, honestly, y'all are an afterthought. Really, Steven, if we really being honest, y'all are afterthought. Nobody thinking about the Cowboys. You know, the people are thinking about the Eagles. They thinking about the Commanders. They thinking about the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they might be thinking about New Orleans now that they got Kellen Moore, your former coach. That's man. The last thing that Dak need to be worried about is, oh yeah, we were competitive enough and all this other stuff. Nah, don't talk about that now. Nah, when it happens, y'all need to get it done. See, that's the thing. Cowboys be talking a good ass game, and then when it get there, they don't get it done. The Eagles didn't say that much. They were dominated by a Kansas City media frenzy. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Pat Mahomes being the GOAT, or whether it was Travis Kelce, or whether it was Taylor Swift, or whether it was Ice Spice big booty ass. You know what I'm saying? The Kansas City dominated the headlines and everything. But guess what? They rarely talked about the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? That defense got on there. Man, that defense made them look like a freshman squad. And I think somebody had said this. I think it was on TV. I don't know who had said this, man. I forgot. But they look like they didn't even belong on the field with the Eagles. That's how Kansas City looked. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the Eagles are out for blood again. Listen, there's a lot of people, Steven, saying that the Eagles could repeat. It's a lot of people saying that the Eagles could repeat. If they play the style of football that they've been playing, and it's kind of a run heavy, you know what I'm saying? They got like a little balance going. You said who you think is winning the NFC in 2025. Man, I got the Commanders. Man, listen, the Commanders are going to be back. Man, Jaden Daniels, if he keep on doing, man, Jaden Daniels going to get in the lab, man. Now, I think it might be the Commanders, and it might be, you know what I'm saying, the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we get our shit together, you know, Tampa Bay, we might be in the mix. But right now, man, the Commanders, man, I don't see nobody beating the Commanders right now, man. Jaden Daniels is that guy. You need to pay attention to him, man. You know, I don't even think you pay attention to Jaden Daniels. Y'all worried about all these other guys or whatever that's not making no noise. Jaden Daniels making noise in his rookie season. He making noise in his rookie season. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to be worried about. But like I said, with the moves that, you know, everybody got to make, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell right now. You know, then they got to go through the draft. And don't forget, that's one of the things, you know, Cooper DeJean is a rookie. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand the Eagles, they drafted well. You know, that was one of the things that Marcus Spears was talking about when they got Jalen Carter. You said Eagles were the has to go through Big D to repeat. What do you mean? They're the champions. Dallas Mavericks. I mean the Dallas Cowboys. They you talking like the Cowboys just won a championship. No, sir. The Eagles won the championship. They won the title. They're the team to beat. The Cowboys, man, they just got to worry about getting to the goddamn playoffs. Damn, can you get to a wild card, something? I mean, they'll be back, but we got to see. I mean, can y'all stay healthy? Can you stay healthy? You got Dak hurt. You got Diggs hurt. You got offensive line hurt. You know what I'm saying? You got running backs can't stay healthy. CeeDee Lamb was hurt. Y'all got to worry about getting on the... damn, get healthy first before we even start talking about you going to be back. You got to have durability. That's what the real the real subject is durability, availability. Y'all got to be available. If Dak ain't on the field, ain't no way that y'all can be successful. If Diggs can't play at 100% and be there all the time, ain't no way that y'all gonna win. If Micah Parsons is overloaded and always hurt, y'all can't win. If y'all offensive line is always shaky and shit, y'all not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? If CeeDee Lamb, messing up his shoulder and stuff like that, guess what? Can't go nowhere. If your running back is unreliable, just like Pollard ain't even the same. Like, it's really been your injuries. And then, just to put the icing on the cake, Steven, check this out. You got an owner that don't want to sit the fuck down, that don't want to shut the fuck up. Like, sit down, shut the fuck up. That's who Stephen A. Smith really need to be telling to shut the fuck up. He need to tell Jerry to shut the fuck up, but his coon ass won't do that shit. He ain't gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna do that shit. And everybody talk about, they protesting over there with the Mavericks and all that other shit. That's what the fans need to be. They need to be protesting Jerry's ass up out of there. So that way this franchise could possibly move forward. But until then, that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit is not going to happen. But no, Jerry wants control. That's what he wants. He wants control. He's a control freak. You talk about he wants ring. He desperate to get any type of attention that he can. First, you sat up there. First off, you got rid of Mike McCarthy. Now, look, I'm not the biggest Mike McCarthy fan, but this is my thing about Mike McCarthy, though. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy, a lot of the shit that went on, that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault, that Dak Prescott got hurt. It wasn't his fault that, like, a lot of personnel on the defense was getting hurt. It wasn't his fault that his offensive line you can't rely on. It wasn't his fault that CeeDee Lamb was getting hurt and can't run the routes and all that other stuff. Now, you could have blamed him the year before last, and then Jerry Jones wanted to get out there and try to humiliate the man, telling him to go talk and all this other stuff, and then you go reaching and trying to grab for every other guy out there. Dion, you try to get Kellen Moore. You probably try to call Dan Quinn again. Then you just like, hey, you know what? We're just going to grab the next one going. You see Kellen Moore, he went over there to New Orleans. He said, man, fuck that. I want a place where I can have control. Say he ain't going back over there to that toxic-ass place. It's a toxic-ass environment. You see the Eagles, look at them. They happy. They winning. You know what I'm saying? Victory cigar. You know what I'm saying? Low key. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts coming in there with the Kango. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. They up in there, man. They chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, over there in Dallas, man, all this drama. Oh, yeah. Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? Got to go through Jerry. Hell, Jerry want to be on TV more than the goddamn football players. Acting like this is 1990s and shit. You remember Cooper Rush started for Dak. Couldn't get the job done. Listen, man, I don't blame Cooper Rush for anything. I don't blame what's his name? What's that dude's name? Not Cooper Rush. Oh boy, man, I always forget his name. Trey Lance. I don't blame him. Nah, I don't blame none of that because y'all don't got no structure. I'm about to say y'all don't have no identity, really. It's looking like the Cowboys always had an identity, man. You knew that the Cowboys, what was their MO? First off, it was a dominant, superior offensive line, okay? With a high potency in terms of the running back game. You know what I'm saying? Always had that receiver that you could count on. like a Michael Irvin. You know what I'm saying? You always had that tight end that was right there, that was your bread and butter, like a Novacek, like a Witten. You know what I'm saying? You always had that secondary. You know what I'm saying? That could always be counted on. You know what I'm saying? That front seven was always there for you, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all always had, a superior ass defense. It was like on one end y'all were good. On both sides of the ball, y'all were great. Y'all don't have no goddamn identity no more. Shout out to Little and Pepper Lou up in here ready to talk some football, ready to talk that gridiron. Make sure you go sub to Lemon Pepper Lou, aka Lou the Rider. One of the LDBC brothers up in here, man. Channel is popping over there, and definitely gonna give his expertise on many different sports, including the gridiron, what we're talking about now. Lou, we're talking about what Dak Prescott had to say. He need to keep his mouth closed. Like the season, the season wasn't even over yet, and you already talk about, oh yeah, we were better than the Eagles and stuff like that. Man, if you don't get up out of here, Dak, and like I said, you talking to a Dak fan. You talking about somebody that everybody was saying Dak suck and all this other stuff. I just stood up for this dude. Dak, what you need to be doing is getting better. What you need to be doing is staying healthy. What you need to be doing is telling CeeDee Lamb, look, I'm going to go get me another receiver. When you see the receivers that are out there, Lou and Steven, you got the Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? You got the Deebo Samuel. You understand what I mean? Like, you think Devontae Adams wouldn't want to come over there? You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Hell, I'm about to say Devontae Adams could be a better number one than CeeDee Lamb. He just gave the Eagles some bulletin board material. Yeah, like motivation. And Stephen Green up in here talking about, oh, yeah, well, I got to ride for Dak on this one. No, you keep your mouth closed. You don't want to give him no motivation. Why do you think the Eagles came out so hungry against Kansas City and everything? It was because they would always talk about Pat Mahomes. They was always talking about Travis Kelce. They was always talking about, Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Even though I would chop that tree down, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? They was talking about, Ice Spice and her thick ass. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about everything in Kansas City, Andy Reid, all this other stuff, Arrowhead, stuff like that. What you think that did? All it did was give them motivation. You said that thinks the Eagles have a Super Bowl hangover. Nah, man, they gonna want more. Yeah, they will have a hangover, but guess what? They gonna eat them a little soup, drink them a little coffee. They gonna get right back to work. You know what I'm saying? That's what they gonna do. That they gonna get rid of that hangover, take their aspirin, do whatever. Listen, the Eagles are for real. I could see them repeating. I could see the Eagles actually repeating, man. That's how good they are. But I got to go with Washington. I think Washington going to come out. If Washington, and Lou, Washington, just think about it. If Washington gets their hands on a Myles Garrett, you know what I'm saying? What if Washington got their hands, and this is what Cypress was talking about. Shout out to Cypress. What if Washington get their hands on both Khalil Mack and Myles Garrett? Because don't forget, Khalil Mack is out there. Khalil Mack is out there. You said that thinks the Eagles. Oh, yeah, well, you already said that. But like I said, man, that just needs to be quiet. Back there. Nah, you can't go to sleep on Washington. Washington right now, Washington is that team, man. Everybody think like Washington was like a fluke or something like that. Nah. Man, Jaden Daniels is that guy. I've been telling people since the beginning of the season. Jaden Daniels. Listen, I like Caleb Williams. I thought Caleb Williams was going to have a better season over there in Chicago or whatever. Man, Jaden Daniels was head and shoulders above that nigga. And on top of that, check this out, Lou. This is what I'm gonna put some more spice on this shit too as well. Check this out, man. Everybody talking all this shit, oh, Jaden Daniels played bad and all this other stuff, right? His completion percentage was on point during that game in the NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't missing reads and none of that other shit. You know who was fucking up? It was his targets that were dropping the balls. It was his veterans that were dropping the balls. It was that defense that didn't show up. He threw one little minor interception, and that was towards the end of the game, man. Which really that wasn't all that bad. That was towards the end of the game. But he played a solid ass game for a rookie. What up, bro? How you been? And what the hell was that talking about? Drug about drug test right now. And if Washington, Khalil Mack, and Myles Garrett, that's gonna be scary. Absolutely. What's up with it, Motto? I see you in the building. Yes. If I'm Washington, I'm beefing up the defense. Your offense is all right. Tweak it a little bit. Man, Jaden Daniels gonna come back a year better. He know the NFC game. He know the NFL game. He already got that composure like a rookie. Man, that nigga gonna come back. He gonna come back even better. And listen, Lou, I know you don't want to hear this, man. I know you don't want to hear this, Lou. I know you don't want to hear this, man. But Jaden Daniels is already more complete than Lamar Jackson is, man. I know he had the numbers. I know he had the numbers and everything, but Jaden Daniels is already a complete quarterback. Said Dallas Cowboys may not win 10 games next season. Shit, if they hurt, I agree with you. If they hurt, they ain't winning shit. Them motherfuckers stay hurt, man. They got a whole bunch of ADs and Joel Embiid and Zion Williamson's on their team. They can't never stay on the goddamn field, man, whatsoever. They stay hurt. It's like clockwork. Your quarterback, hurt. You know what I'm saying? Your offensive line, hurt. CeeDee Lamb, hurt. You know what I'm saying? Running backs, hurt. Diggs, hurt. Michael Parsons, hurt. Vandy Ish, you saw what happened to him. His ass had to retire and shit like that. It's like everybody hurt all the goddamn time. Polo plays coach attention to this NFL draft. They got some they got some dogs, especially, man, when we talk about the secondary. I like a lot of the running backs that's getting ready to come out too. They got a lot of athleticism that's getting ready to come out of the draft. They got hey Lou, man, I'm looking at a lot of 4.3s, 4. You know what I'm saying? You got Travis Hunter coming out there. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be good. I could see Shedeur Sanders. I could see the Jets going after Shedeur Sanders, but that remains to be seen or whatever. I think Aaron Glenn wants to get, he wants to get his hands on a quarterback. But like I said, man, it's a toss up. I doubted Shedeur a little bit or whatever. I just felt like Travis Hunter would be a better NFL. He'll be a better NFL product. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that Shedeur Sanders can't play in the NFL or whatever, but who's more marketable? It'd be somebody like Travis Hunter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Being that he could dominate both sides of the field. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, like these guys are, man, those guys are hungry, man. I think that the Eagles, man, they wanna make a statement. And listen, man, the same shit that happened to the Chiefs is gonna happen to the Eagles too, man. They gonna sit up there, man. They gonna win too, right? Then after a while, people gonna get tired of the Eagles, just like they got tired of the Chiefs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But the Chiefs gonna be back too. You know what I'm saying? You can't discount them now. Now that I'm talking about the AFC a little bit. I'm not going to sleep on Mahomes. You'd be a fool to go to sleep on Mahomes. Mahomes is a champion. Mahomes done been there before. Mahomes gonna get in the lab. You know what I'm saying? Just like I told you about Jaden Daniels, Jaden Daniels he's cerebral. You think that motherfucker don't know that, okay, they talk about a sophomore slump? Nah, he coming to prove you wrong. You said the 3 and 4 round pick where the real players come out. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's when it's gonna get ugly. First round, second round, all the hoopla and all this other stuff or whatever. But now, third and fourth round, we got to start looking, man. I want to start seeing some linemen. I want to start seeing that grit, that toughness. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of these need, man. Like now, they really, honestly, Lou, I'm gonna be real with you. I'll be real. A lot of these teams, especially like when we talk about the Texans, when we talk about the Chiefs, when we talk about the Cowboys, even the Ravens, that they got like a suspect offensive line. The Steelers, they need to be beefing up their offensive line. You said the only threat in the NFC against us are the Eagles, are the Lions and the Rams. Man, you tripping. First off, man, the Rams, man, they need to worry about. That's another guy, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford might go to New York. You know what I'm saying? So that X's them out of there. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody thinking about no Rams. The Lions, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of teams have figured them out. No, what you need to worry about are the Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Did you even watch the Commanders, man? They are the threat to the Cowboys. You ain't nobody stopping Jaden Daniels on that defense. Shoot, man, like the Commanders are for real, man. You got Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn know their whole entire philosophy over in that motherfucker. Man, they know what you're gonna do. Dan Quinn done been in that building. Dan Quinn know them motherfuckers. He know their tendencies. He know what the motherfuckers about to do. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, the Lions and the Rams, you talking about the wrong team. Nah, you need to be talking about Commanders. You need to be talking about Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you need to be talking about us. You need to be talking about Tampa Bay. I ain't going to sleep on New Orleans neither. You know what I'm saying? You got Kellen Moore. You said I saw Washington, but it don't seem like it. It don't seem like you seem like you ain't even watch Washington. You so stuck on the Lions. The Washington beat the Lions. It was the Commanders that beat the Lions, man. How you gonna go for the losing team, nigga? They got their ass whooped with a rookie quarterback, nigga. Man, fresh legs up under him now. You know what I'm saying? Goff, man, who's the better quarterback, Steven? Goff or Daniels? Who's the better quarterback, Steven? Stafford or Daniels? Nah, they the team for now. They are the team for now. They made it to the NFC Championship. What you mean? You talk about the future, and you can't go to sleep on them 49ers. Now, I do want some people, look, man. Lou, I know you hate to hear this, man. But a lot of people are feeling like Deebo Samuel leaving the 49ers, they're gonna take a blow to him. I disagree with that. Ayuk was becoming the number one anyway. You couldn't really depend on Deebo Samuel, and I don't know why Deebo Samuel went out anyways, man. Why you gonna, man? Just stay where you at, man. Oh man, the only thing was wrong with the 49ers was health. CMC won't the same, okay? You know what I'm saying? You had what's the name? Bosa was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had a couple more people that was hurt. Y'all were riddled with injuries. You know what I'm saying? Ayuk out for the season. Only thing was health, and hell, I give what's his name Hurts. Not Hurts. Fucking Purdy. I give Purdy his credit for doing what he needed to do. Daniels is the future, but he's the now. He's now. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Listen, the 49ers, I'm not gonna go to sleep on them. They just gotta be healthy. They just gotta be healthy. But we're gonna see how it plays out. Gonna have to replace that Deebo Samuel, you know what I'm saying? And Deebo, man, he kinda like Paul George and Michael Parsons and all these other guys got podcasts and shit like that, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta get back on the field. You said people are sleeping on Jennings. Yeah. Yeah, they sleeping on him too. But, like I said, man, the Washington Commanders are not for the future. They for the now. Hell, they can beat the Eagles. If they get Khalil Mack and they get Myles Garrett and beef up their defense some more, man, Washington Commanders are gonna be scared. I know some people like, man, you're supposed to be a Tampa Bay fan and everything like that, but it's because, man, like I had talked about the Commanders so much. I tried to tell Scrub Zero, man, and Jose and all of them, salute to them, that they were gonna be good. And a lot of people, they rolled me off. They were talking about the Commanders weren't gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Scrub and them said that, but a lot of people like, oh, Jaden Daniel, he too young, can't do this, can't do that. Nah, man, y'all were looking at it completely different. Y'all were looking at it completely different, man. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, man, you said Cooper Cup uh, on Washington. Man, they're gonna be dangerous, bro. They're gonna be dangerous. That's gonna be dangerous, man. Yeah, all them Rams, they out of there, man. They trying to. Matthew Stafford gonna be likely. He gonna be a New York Giant. But yeah, Steven, bro, like the Washington Commanders are for now. They built for now. This ain't no future. Oh yeah, look out for this team and all this stuff. Nah, like when they play the Eagles, watch the game next season. Like Washington gonna have something to prove. That's gonna be a nice little heated ass rivalry right there because Washington the Commanders gonna try to get their get back. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try to get their get back. They gonna try to get their get back, man. So yeah, man. I just wanted to talk a little football with y'all, man. Make sure y'all go sub to both of the homies, Lemon Pepper Louisville. Go sub to the homie Stephen Green. Go sub to their channels. Shouts out to the Horn Tide Lions Den basketball boxing communities, and salute to all the people that rock with me. Um, you said don't forget Dallas. Play Golden State on Sunday tonight. Yeah, man. But that ain't really gonna be no game, man. They ain't got no front line. They ain't got no front line. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all about Jimmy, man. You said top two NFC, Washington, Philly. Yeah, man. I can see a championship. I can see that championship game happening, man. But yeah, Dallas. Yeah, Dallas and Golden State tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got Luca back in action tonight. You know what I'm saying? I know they play Utah and everything, but he back. He trying to get his legs up under him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get right. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, I'm finna go ahead and roll out straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.